we're going to go through to a video of someone who's busy posting how to start an altcoin trader account. And then I'm going to actually stop it at stages to get to the to discuss certain aspects of this startup. Now, I do have some of my videos previously where we can sign up with the account, but remember, there's a link that I'm going to send you for everyone who wants to sign up and join. And you don't have to use my link, but if you do use the link, I can help you with your KYC. In other words, if you tell me your username is Klein Karoo, then I will know you signed up and using my reference. Otherwise, you're going to pay for the support. And that's just sometimes if you give me the benefit of signing up, I give you the benefit of support. All right, so we're going to start this video. It's called altcointrader.co.za. So I'm going to play some of it. If you can't hear me or the video, please just type in the chat and say, I can't hear. All right, let's go.
Can't hear.
So altcointrader.co.za is the company which is let me just see that everyone is muted because I do hear sounds from people. It's a company, a reputable company. They're based in Boksburg, near the East Rand Mall. That was the last address. And they are a reputable company that is the only cryptocurrency trading platform in South Africa, which I want to associate myself with because I know the support team. I talk to them, and these guys have been around for probably a good 12 plus years. So they know what they're doing, and they have not been gone down offline, etc. So when you put in the username and you finish and you go to email and it goes to username, let's say you put the username John J. It might say this username has already been used. Then you're going to have to change it to something different, or John J 24. So it's going to read who all the people with usernames are, and if it's not different to anyone else, it's going to not allow you to create the same username as someone else. This is just very important for everybody, that when they need support or when they are asking for help, that we know who they are. And the username is very unique to you. And please, folks, when you are writing all of this, when you are filling in these forms, write it down either on your phone, save it on your phone, or write it down so that you can put it up. It doesn't matter if your family members know what your username is. And make sure you write down your password. I know people today have more than one email. I would suggest, my best suggestion is that when you use an email address, fill in the email address. Don't use an email address that everyone knows, or use an email address that's on a website. try and use a unique email address that no one has seen before. And that helps just with the hackability, if there is such a word. If no one knows what your email address is and you haven't given it to someone else, no one will be able to actually use your email to try and get into your account. So this is just level one of understanding this process. Let's continue. If someone else has you that you will get it. There it is. Please make sure that you have access to the email, and an activation email will be sent to this email address. And also, all further communication with you from Open Trader will be to this email address. The password, please make sure that it is unique. This means that different password to any other password that you have used, because if you use the same password as another website, if that website does get hacked, or for instance your email does get hacked, and some of you are saying, yeah, I've heard this before. You cannot hear him. Is it true? Everyone else, can't you hear
I can't hear either.
the person
I can't
speaking?
hear. I see the guy talking, but I can't hear a thing. I can see the top right-hand side, there's a little thing about audio moving, but I can't see anything. No, I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything. All right, so there's two people that have confirmed they cannot hear. Everyone else? Anyone else that can't hear? All right, so basically what he's saying is that make your username unique, make your email unique, and then your password, you must have a password that you can also write down, but it must be a long password. And it must have capital letters, small letters, all of those. Make the password at least like 12 to 16 characters long. That's important, that you make the longer your password is, the longer it's going to take for someone to actually try and hack it and find it. Then, of course, you have to confirm the password at the end. So you must, what you filling on the password and confirm password must be exactly the same. Then you will continue, accept the terms and conditions. If it is the same password. So using a unique password, this is a little bit of security advice for you. Once we click the register button, this will appear. So once you've clicked on register, you will get an email just to confirm. You're going to have to click on that email to confirm that's you that's created it. Now, so there's some ways around it. If you want to create an account on your spouse or your partner's name, let them know that you're doing it, because you're generally in agreement. So you don't maybe want the account on your name, or you want to create an account on both of your names. You want to split your funds, etc., etc. But then make sure that everyone is on the same page, that they know that's what you want to do, and you can create different accounts. But with every different email, you're going to have to do the KYC. You're going to have to upload your proof of residence and your ID. So you can't just create a figment of your imagination account. You can't just create an account like a dummy account. So with crypto trading, there are no dummy accounts. There's no practice accounts. You practice with real money. You practice with the minimum amount of money you will want to trade with. All right. And then, of course, Altcoin Trader is using the old system, which we still use as far as spot trading is concerned. So there's no leverage margin trading over here. So it's very low risk trading. All right.
If you don't receive an email right away, please check your spam folder and mark it as yes.
All right, so he's saying, creator, if you haven't received an email within a few minutes, go and check your spam folder. Often Gmail or whichever account you're using throws that email into spam, and then you can't find it in your inbox.
This will stop any other communication from Healthcare being picked up as spam. Once that has happened, we will then go to our email, and now you will see that.
So you will get an email that looks like this. And then what you will do is you will click on activate that account. Now here's a little tip. I'm trying to give as much useful information as possible with this. You can sign up using your cell phone. You don't need to use an app. You can just use the normal browser. Altcoin Trader does have an app. I don't use the app because apps often have issues and stuff like that. So you can either click on activate my account. If that doesn't work, then you will copy you will copy that there into the whichever link they send you there. You will copy that into the top of your browser and click enter. And then it will take you and say, thank you for registering. You are now ready to start.
That's where it says activate my account. Activation was successful. You can log in. What this means is you now have your own Altcoin Trader account, and you can log in the top right-hand corner using the username and password that you have selected while creating your account. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
All right, so this was actually created by someone in Altcoin Trader, and they're basically trying to help as many people to do this as possible. Great. Are there any questions at this point in time? You're welcome just to type your question. I will read it once you've done it. All right, so once you've gone in, then the first thing you want to do is go and deposit rands into your account, and you will click on South African rands, and they will give you their banking details. For those of you who actually were on one of the previous, I'm just doing this over as a formality. You can use ZAR, which is a South African rand deposit, or if you're using Capitec, Capitec Pay would show the funds immediately once you have finished the transaction. You can also, if you're an experienced trader or you've got funds in a different cryptocurrency account, you can click on CryptoCurrency. You can choose any one of these cryptos to do your transaction. I just want to give you some advice. If you are someone that has cryptocurrency already and you want to move it to Altcoin Trader, please check the fees for deposits. Every exchange has its own set of rules and set of fees. So ideally, you want to see what they're going to charge you to transfer. Let's say you're transferring 500 Rand of Bitcoin, but the exchange that you're using actually charges you 150 Rands of Bitcoin. Then it's not worth moving 500 Rands of Bitcoin and you only receiving 350 Rand. This does happen. The same applies for withdrawals, but we will do that at some other stage. So make sure if you want to use it, some of the easiest, cheapest cryptos to move to is Tron, TRX, XLM, and XRP. Tron, TRX, XLM, and XRP. This is only for those who are moving funds from a different exchange to the South African exchange. These are generally the cheapest to send, and that would be anything from 9 Rand to 50 Rand per transaction. irrespective of the value. Great. So once you've started this, you obviously have to then, if you're doing the Rand deposit and you're using the normal bank deposit, then you have to wait for their bank to receive the funds. But if you're using it, and it would take anything from 3 hours to 12 hours to 24 hours, depends on if it's a public holiday or a Saturday or a Sunday. Capitec Pay shows immediately in your account. So then you will have a ZAR amount, which you can then use to go and do your trades with. So first of all, we want to get this as simple and easy to understand as possible, because you want to go and start trading, but you also want to feel comfortable with what you're doing. Now, I started with this exchange in 2015, I think. 2015, I did my first trades, which puts me back 10 years. I've been trading on this exchange. I have people sending me messages every week about some new scheme or some new exchange that they are, or some new scam scheme that has the face of Elon Musk or Cyril Ramaphosa or Patrice Motsepe. Those are all scams, folks. Do not fall for easy bucks, easy money. None of those guys have started any get-rich-quick schemes. Those guys are using AI to generate people talking and their faces on these exchanges to try and coax you into giving them the money. Cryptocurrency exchanges are there to help you to do your own thinking, your own trading. And as I told some of you recently, previously, some of my traders bought in 2019, 2020, and they're sitting on 500% or actually more on their portfolio currently, because they basically just bought and waited for the prices to go up. And of course, every one of us want to have some kind of portfolio to give to our children and our grandchildren one day. Then, of course, there's a cryptocurrency. We've discussed that, different cryptos. Altcoin Trader has 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, 38 different cryptocurrencies that you can trade with. It's not a great amount, but it's enough. The cryptocurrencies that they've chosen for you to be able to trade with are all cryptos that are popular in the world today. Starting with Bitcoin, at 2 million Rand a Bitcoin, you don't have to worry about buying one Bitcoin unless you got 2.08 million in the account. So when you decide, okay, you've put in 1,000 Rand or 500 Rand, you put in 500 Rand, you want to buy at the current price, it will give you 0.00033936 Bitcoin. Then you press play, press play, you press buy, and if the funds are there, it will then place the order. Obviously, there wasn't any funds to do the order with, and it will tell you error, insufficient funds. So this is just getting yourself started. You don't have to use all your funds just to buy Bitcoin. You can buy 100 Rands of Bitcoin, 100 Rands of BTC, 100 Rands of USDT, 100 Rands of Shiba. So you can choose how you're going to split your funds to buy your cryptocurrency. Great. What we are going to look at now is the options that cryptocurrency does give you. So once you've done your buy. You can go to your trade history and it will say you have bought a Bitcoin at 2.1 million and you've sold it at 2.17 million. You have bought it at 189,000, you've sold it at 191,000. You bought it at 193,000, you sold it at 201,000. So the idea here is to buy low and sell high. Remember, it's virtually impossible. Anybody that tells you, oh, we are just making money, we've made so much money, we don't know what to do, tell them they're talking BS. There's no such thing. No one makes money all the time, especially with the modern way of trading. The guys are losing a lot of money and making a little bit of money because they're using the complex ways of trading. We use a simple way of trading, and I'm going to teach you to do multiple trades, and you're not going to do all your trades at the same price. So let's go back to, let's use XRP, Ripple, for an example, because it's a cheaper coin to use. Did I pass it now? Yeah, there we go. Ripple is 54 Rand a coin now. All of these coins are digital currencies. This digital Ripple is used to transport money across borders at short periods of time. So if I send 1 Ripple or 500 Ripple tonight to someone in North Korea or Russia or America, they will receive it within a minute. They will be able to then use it or transfer it or go and trade with it on an exchange within a minute. Most cryptocurrencies, except for Bitcoin, are very fast in their transaction speeds. And this is one of the reasons why the South African government and all governments are interested to know how much crypto you got, because you can move more crypto across borders than what you're actually allowed to without anyone's permission. But of course, the government will find out if you continue to do massive transactions. Somewhere along the line, they will start asking questions. Altcoin trader does not share your information with anybody, unless, of course, there's a warrant or something against your name. Then they would have to be obliged to let you know that there is a warrant because you are transporting large amounts of money, and they want to know what this is for, and they want you to pay tax on it. And everyone says, I don't want to pay tax. That's fine. You don't want to pay tax, but it's up to you how you're going to do with your funds. I'm just telling you that if you're making a lot of money, you're going to be expected to pay taxes on that money. So here we have, I'm just going to give you a small example of what we're going to be discussing in the next few days, in the next few weeks. We're going to go basically into the exchange. We're going to deposit our funds into the account. The funds will then show as Rand value on the right-hand side on the top of the screen. And as I said, I want you to use my link. Otherwise, you're not going to get support when you get stuck. Then you're going to use those funds to buy a cryptocurrency of your choice. There's, as I said, there's 30 something cryptocurrencies which you can buy of, whichever tickles your fancy. Some people love XRP. I don't love XRP. I do not see it as a good trading coin, and I'll tell you that some other time. But I'm just using it for simplistic reasons. So when I've bought a certain amount of XRP, and you see if I scroll down here, there's an open order, a sell order. So I've got 35 XRP that I bought, And if I go into, let me just go to my trading history, and I'll show you where I bought it. Okay, I bought, oh no, sorry, that's TRX, it's not XRP. I've already sold some of them, but I bought it around 41, 44 Rand a coin. So if I sell it at 63 Rand a coin, how much money do I make? So if I bought it at 44 and sell it at 63, I make 41% on that coin. So basically what I did was I bought XRP around this time at this price. While this price was rising, it didn't go all the way to where I wanted it to go, and then it dropped again. So I'm waiting for it to go back up to that. Sorry, it must have been bought around, I don't know how that happened. It's just that, oh, yes, what happened is I didn't sell it all. I just sold, and now I've placed a new order to make 41% on that. But the idea isn't to make huge profits. For those of you who are planning to trade on a daily basis or every week, you want to make profits in the region of where the price is. So if the price goes up 2 or 3% or 4%, you want to take your profits. Once you've taken your profit, once it's sold, it will then show in your balance here as a Rand value again. Then you can, if you bought it at 40 Rand and you sold it up there, you probably got 55, 60 Rand. Let's say you got 60 Rand back. You can then use that 60 Rand to go and buy something else with it, whichever is low. Now, when I take XRP as an example, it's not the best coin to buy right now because its price is so high. You can see where it's come from. So this is what I'm doing here is I'm just changing the time frame. There next to the name is a time frame. I'll put it to 1 day, 6 hours, 4 hours, 1 week. So when we start doing the next sessions, we're going to talk about candlesticks. So let's say I'm going to change this to 1 month. So XRP, the early days was 2 Rand 12. It's now 54 Rand. So it's gone up 28 times its value. I don't want to buy anything at this high price because it's too high. I want to buy something when it's low. It's like for anyone that's wanting to go into the coffee business now. You don't want to be buying coffee at 140 Rand and try and sell it at 160 or 200 Rand. Coffee was 6 months ago, you could still get coffee between 80 and 100 Rand. Now you can't get it under 120 Rand anymore. So this is the kind of situation we find ourselves in. When there's a war in the world, there's certain products that gets influenced, and you want to avoid getting yourself burnt buying too high. But I'm going to take another coin. I'm going to take something that looks like a good price in perspective to where it was. So that was 1 Rand 94, 2 Rand, it's 54 Rand. I'm expecting this to drop again before it goes back up again. So I don't want to buy it at 54 Rand, 56 Rand, and then it goes all the way to 20, 30 Rand, and then I'm feeling like I'm losing out because I can't sell it. You want to sell something because you bought it at a much lower price. I'm just giving you an example now to whet your appetites for the trading. Now we take Shiba Inu, which is one of our all-time favorite coins to trade. Let's just scroll there. It went up to, okay, that's in rand value. So it's one of the cheapest cryptocurrencies currently to buy, that you can buy on a South African exchange. So you can buy, let's see, if you bought 1,000 rands worth of Shiba now, you have 4.39 million coins. It's better than when you buy Bitcoin, you have 0.0000 something coins. So in perspective of where it's been, its price is very low. That's how we analyze what we're going to buy and what we're going to trade. Right. So tonight's session is about getting yourself signed up and giving you kind of an overview of the trading and the tip that I've just given you. Hopefully you understand. If I'm going into business now with an economic recession, I do not want to go into luxury products. Luxury products is not good for depression and recession years. I want to go into stuff that people buy on a regular basis. I want to be, if I'm starting a shop or a spaza shop, I want to be into soap. I want to be into tinned foods. I want to be into fruit and vegetables that are low in price. What we did a few months ago, we bought tomatoes from a farmer. The tomatoes were ripe. They were going to go off, and we bought huge boxes at 20 rand a box. And then what we did was we cut the tomatoes up and we froze them, and we used them as a relish, and we used that for months and months afterwards. And that meant that we didn't need to buy tomato sauce. We didn't need to buy tomatoes because we got it at a tenth of the price that you would normally pay for it. So the idea of trading is what every other person that buys and sells does. You want to see where you're going to get your palmolive and your soaps at a much cheaper price in the shops so that you can sell it at lower than the shop price and make a good profit. And this is how we're going to be trading in the next few weeks. By Thursday next week, we might be initiating our first trades. And then in the weeks to follow, we will be seeing how we can start making little profits, sometimes on a daily basis and sometimes on a weekly basis. But imagine if you could make 1 to 3% per week on your trades, how exciting that would be. If there are any questions, we've got 5 minutes left for you folks to ask. You could then unmute yourself or type it in the chat box. I'm not going to keep on talking too much, make it too long and complicated.
Raul, can I got a question?
Yes, Ali.
Yes. Does the platform altcoin traders have P2P service?
You mean sending funds to someone else on the same platform?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Peer-to-peer. Yes.
And you sit on this matter for 2 years. How do you believe?
Just repeat that again.
With confidence. Protocol.
Yes, there's a voice coming through here.
Oh, okay. Because I heard another voice. I was just wondering if it was you speaking or someone else. All right. Just repeat what you asked, Ali. Okay, you finished. Anyone else?
Sorry, it was on my side here. Sorry.
Okay. Are you so basically if I've got an altcoin trader and you've got an altcoin trader account, we can send funds to each other without sending it to the bank first. All right, let's see.
So can I be able to buy a currency from another platform to altcoin?
Yes.
Let's say I want to buy pounds.
Okay, so when you're talking about foreign currency, the forex digital currency, we've got, for instance, USDT, which is very similar pattern of trading to the US dollar, but this is now a digital dollar that you can buy. You physically own it. You can withdraw this and put it in your own wallet, cryptocurrency wallet, or send it across overseas. But you can't physically buy pounds with it. But I'm going to say but because there's a way around everything. Let's say you're talking about pounds. I can go and open a cryptocurrency account in England and send US dollar tether to England and withdraw it to my British bank account over there. So that is all possible. If I'm in United States, I can withdraw my Bitcoin or XRP or any cryptocurrency into United States account, and I can then withdraw it to my local bank account. Now, one of the things I want to mention, we only got 2 minutes left, is once you folks have got into this whole rhythm of what you're doing and you're making money, then we can talk about cryptocurrency debit cards. That means you can withdraw your funds onto a debit card and go sailing across the world, go travel the world, and use that as your bank. So there's no limit to what this can do, but I'm telling you what the limitations are versus what the possibilities are. Great. I hope that answers all your questions, but I want you folks to, if you don't see the link for the next session, which will be Tuesday, please send me a WhatsApp. I'm going to send you a link to our traders education group. Then everything gets put onto one group and you don't miss out on anything. But thank you, Lynette. Hope you have enjoyed your sessions and have a great evening.
Thank you.
Good. Bye for now.